Prime Minister Narendra Modi to launch a high-throughput COVID-19 testing facility in Kolkata, Mumbai and Noida today. These facilities will be able to test over 10,000 samples per day. Prime Minister Modi greets CRPF on the force's 82nd Raising Day. PM commends the force's contribution in nation's security and admired its courage and professionalism. Also wishes the force to achieve greater heights in the coming years. Political heat continued to rise in Rajasthan. BSP issues whip to the MLAs to vote against the Congress inflow test. High Court to hear plea against merger of BSP and Congress MLAs. Earlier, Supreme Court to hear the Speaker's petition today. Flood situation in Bihar and Assam continues to remain grim. In Bihar, the flood-affected districts have risen to 11, and in Assam, the death toll due to floods have touched 102. Union Minister Jitendra Singh offers all possible flood assistance to Assam to restore infrastructure damages. Centre advises states to ramp up testing, tracking and treating. India conducts record COVID-19 tests on third consecutive day. Global COVID cases cross over 1.64 crore with 6.52 lakh succumb to the illness worldwide. Namaskar, I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Our top story, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will today launch new COVID-19 testing facilities via a video conferencing. These facilities will ramp up testing capacity in India and help strengthen detection and treatment of the disease. 3 high-throughput testing facilities have been set up at the ICMR National Institute of Cancer Prevention and Research at Noida, the ICMR National Institute for Research in Reproductive Health at Mumbai, and the ICMR National Institute of Cholera and Enteric Diseases at Kolkata. They will be able to test over 10,000 samples in a day, and these labs will reduce the turnaround time and exposure of lab personnel to infectious clinical materials. The labs are enabled to test diseases other than COVID-19 too. They will be able to test for hepatitis B and hepatitis C, HIV, Mycobacterium tuberculosis and dengue as well. 82nd Central Reserve Police Force Raising Day is being celebrated today. The CRPF came into existence as Crown Representatives Police on July 27, 1939. It became the Central Reserve Police Force on the enactment of the CRPF Act on December 28, 1949. CRPF has the mandate to secure internal security scenario of the country. Besides being the peacekeepers of the nation, CRPF has also been playing a prominent role in fighting COVID-19 pandemic. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi extended greetings to the Central Reserve Police Force on its 82nd Raising Day today. The Prime Minister in a tweet said, and I quote, "CRPF is at the forefront of keeping our nation safe. The courage and professionalism of this force are widely admired. May the CRPF achieve even greater heights in the coming years." And extending greetings on CRPF's Raising Day, Home Minister Amit Shah said CRPF is synonymous with valor, courage and sacrifice. Time and again, CRPF has made the nation proud. Their dedication to serve the society during COVID-19 is unparalleled. Let's move on. Political crisis still continues in Rajasthan. The Bahujan Samaj Party has issued a whip to 6 Rajasthan Assembly MLAs who had announced a merger with the ruling Congress party last year to vote against the Ashok Gehlot government in any proceedings of the House, including the no confidence motion. A signed communication by BSP General Secretary on July 26 says that all the 6 Rajasthan MLAs that were elected on the election symbol of BSP issued by its National President Mayawati are bound by a party whip to vote against the Congress government in the state. According to the statement, BSP is also planning to join the proceedings in the High Court challenging the legality of the merger. And in another development, Rajasthan High Court will today hear a petition filed by BJP MLA Madan Dilawar. The BJP MLA challenged the merger of 6 PSP MLAs with the Congress party in September last year. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court will today hear Rajasthan Speaker C.P. Joshi's appeal against the High Court order staying the disqualification proceedings against 19 Congress MLAs led by Sachin Palit. The Speaker had moved the top court, complaining that the High Court had no jurisdiction to ask him to defer the disqualification proceedings. In his petition, Joshi called the court order illegal, perverse and in derogation of the powers of the Speaker. Several states across the country continue to grapple with heavy rainfall and floods, and the story of floods is no different in Bihar. The number of flood-affected districts has increased to 11, and about 13 lakh people have been affected by the floods. The rivers Budhi, Gandak, Bagmati, Kosi and Mahananda are still above the danger mark in Muzaffarpur, Samastipur, Rosra and Khagadia districts. NDRF and SDRF teams are conducting rescue and relief operations in the affected areas. The State Disaster Management Department said that 1,40,000 people have been evacuated from flood-affected areas so far. Dry ration packets are being dropped in the affected areas of Gopalganj, East Champaran and Darbhanga with the help of Air Force helicopters, while 442 community kitchens are being run, through which cooked food is being supplied to 1.75 lakh people. The Met Department has warned of light to moderate rainfall in the catchment areas of Nepal and heavy to very heavy rainfall areas connected to Gandak River. In Assam, the flood situation improved marginally, and Assam Disaster Management Authority said that with 2 more deaths on Sunday, the death toll due to flood has touched 102. Nearly 25 lakh people are affected in 27 flood-affected districts. The floods triggered by heavy rains have inundated more than 2,265 villages in the state, and of the 27 affected districts, Golpara has been hit the worst, followed by Barpeta and Morigaon. A total of 47,772 people have taken shelter in 294 relief camps. The NDRF teams have so far rescued and evacuated around 2,600 people during the floods. And Union Minister of State Development of Northeastern Region, Dr. Jitendra Singh, on Sunday spoke to Assam Chief Minister Sarbanand Sonowal on telephone and offered whatever possible flood assistance from the ministry to restore and repair infrastructure damages caused by incessant rains, floods and landslides. Dr. Jitendra Singh said that Northeastern Council, under the aegis of Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region, will extend whatever possible help for restoration and repair of damaged infrastructures in the wake of incessant rains and floods. He said the ministry will also coordinate financial and other help from other agencies of government and other sources. The Union Minister said the central government is constantly monitoring the flood situation in Assam, Arunachal Pradesh and other affected states in the northeast. Let's now take a look at COVID-19 updates from across the country. A total of 9,17,567 people have recovered so far. 4,85,114 active cases have been recorded across the country. And as the COVID-19 pandemic continues to prevail, the government is making no stone unturned to averse its impact on the country. India has reached another high in terms of testing. It conducted a record number of COVID-19 tests on 3rd consecutive day. The union government has also advised states to ramp up aggressive testing, tracking and treatment strategy. And in the last 24 hours, 5,15,472 samples were tested. Total tests conducted till now stands at 1,68,06,803. Meanwhile, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has informed that as of today, 1,283 beds are vacant in AIIMS, while in RML, Safdarjung and LHMC hospitals, 404 COVID beds are vacant. The availability of COVID beds in Delhi has been a proof of centre's effective intervention in managing COVID-19 situation in Delhi. So this is the tweet of Ministry of Health. So 404 COVID-19 beds are still vacant in the hospitals in Delhi. Moving on, Tripura will go under 3-day total lockdown from today to break the chain of spreading coronavirus. Addressing people in a televised speech, Chief Minister Biplav Kumar Deb said coronavirus cases are increasing in Tripura, mainly among people who came from outside the state and those who came in close contact with them. He therefore stressed that this lockdown is necessary to remain prepared. The health department will conduct a house-to-house survey and antigen test of suspected patients during the lockdown. Currently, Tripura has fatality rate of 0.29%. And Karnataka government has issued guidelines for the upcoming festival of Bakri Eid. State government has prohibited mass offering of namaz on Eidgah grounds. Maximum of 50 people can offer Eid namaz inside mosque, and if more people gather, then they would be divided into 3 groups. However, except for mosque, no other places should be used for offering mass namaz. All those who attend namaz at mosque should wear face mask and must follow all social distancing measures. Thermal screening needs to be done before entering the mosque, while no one would be allowed to touch holy books in the mosque. Handshaking and embracing to greet will also not be allowed. Entry will be banned for people who are above the age of 60 years and below the age of 10. And the India-Israel partnership is currently focused on combating the COVID-19 challenge, and even as it does, the larger agenda of cooperation continues to move forward. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar on Sunday made the comments in a tweet after speaking to his Israeli counterpart. On Friday, the Israeli embassy in India said Tel Aviv has decided to send India this week a team of scientists working to develop a rapid testing kit for coronavirus. The Israeli team will work in the All India Institute of Medical Sciences in Delhi, and according to a statement by the embassy, the testing of the first phase was already done in Israel, and the last stage will now be carried out in India for the testing kit, which can give results within 30 seconds.
Dearest friends in India, I am so proud to lead this special flight from Israel to Delhi. We bring on this flight researchers, some of our best scientists from the DRDO of Ministry of Defense of Israel, accompanied by experts from our Ministry of Health that will come to cooperate and search together with our Indian counterparts from the scientific advisor for Prime Minister and DRDO, trying to find rapid tests for COVID-19 that will give us results within seconds. This can be a very good news to all the world and will be a game changer the way that we conduct our deeds under the COVID-19. We also bring on this special flight our latest development, medical systems and equipment that developed in Israel, especially to fight COVID-19, and were found very, very useful. We are happy to share all these technologies with our friends here in India. We also bring advanced respirators that are export banned in Israel, but with special waiver for India, we bring it with us today. My dear friends in India, I wish you all health. Please stay safe.
Moving on, the External Affairs Minister also spoke to the Canada Foreign Minister. He underscored on working together with Canada on global challenges. The two leaders also discussed the COVID-related cooperation. So this is the tweet that we are showing you. Anji Khad Bridge, India's first cable-stayed rail bridge. The ambitious project of Indian Railways is being constructed with superior technology and engineering excellence. Union Railway Minister Piyush Goyal has tweeted, and I quote, Indian Railways is going to build country's first cable-stayed rail bridge between Katra and Risi in Jammu and Kashmir. The cable-stayed railway bridge is a part of Udhampur Srinagar Baramulla rail link project. It will strengthen the railway network in the Jammu and Kashmir region and will play a vital role in the development of the state. Now let's go live. MOS Nityanand is speaking on the occasion of 82nd CRPF Racing Day.
साथ है, सबसे पहले तो कोरोना के इस संघर्ष के काल में सीआरपीएफ के इस स्थापना दिवस को हम सब मना रहे हैं। कोरोना के इस संघर्ष काल में सीआरपीएफ का जो योगदान है नित्य देखने को मिलता है, और जिस बहादुरी के साथ अपने कर्तव्य का निर्वहन सीआरपीएफ के अधिकारी समेत जवान कर रहे हैं, जिसकी तारीफ जितनी भी की जाए वह कम ही होगा। परवाह नहीं करते हैं कि मुझे किस प्रकार की ड्यूटी का निर्वहन करना पड़ेगा, चाहे वह संक्रमित व्यक्तियों को उपचार के लिए लाना हो, चाहे उस इलाके को नियंत्रित करना हो, चाहे कोरोना योद्धा के रूप में जो भी सेवा दे रहे हों, डॉक्टर हो, नर्सेज हो या अन्य हो, उनकी भी सुरक्षा की जिम्मेदारी जब सीआरपीएफ के जवान निर्वहन करते हैं, थोड़ा भी संकोच नहीं करते हैं। वैसे भी निर्भीकता पहचान है हमारी, सेवा और निष्ठा हमारा संकल्प है, और भारत के यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी के विश्वास हैं सीआरपीएफ, और भारत के माननीय गृह मंत्री आदरणीय अमित शाह जी के भरोसा है सीआरपीएफ। हम जानते हैं जो आपका इतिहास रहा है, जो आपने अपनी सेवा से, अपने शौर्य से, अपने निष्ठा से, अपने बलिदान से जो आपने इतिहास लिखी है, उस इतिहास के आधार पर माननीय प्रधानमंत्री और माननीय गृह मंत्री जी का विश्वास और भरोसा होना स्वाभाविक है। आज इस स्थापना दिवस के अवसर पर माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी की प्रेरणा से हम गृह मंत्री जी के सभी प्रयासों को, हम उनकी सारी इच्छाओं और अरमानों को हम 100% कामयाबी देंगे। आज हम सब लोग इसका संकल्प लेते हैं। स्थापना दिवस है, आजादी के पहले ही सीआरपी के रूप में आपकी स्थापना हो गई थी, लेकिन आजादी के बाद देश को एक करने की जरूरत हुई थी। भारतीय संघ को जब एक रूप देने का जब भारत के प्रथम गृह मंत्री सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल ने संकल्प लिया था, विभिन्न बाधाओं को पार करते हुए जब उन्होंने भारतीय संघ को एक किया था, छोटे मोटे रियासतों को मिलाकर जब एक भारत को विराट स्वरूप दिया था, अगर भारत के इस विराट स्वरूप की गाथा लिखी जाएगी, कहानी और इतिहास लिखा जाएगा, तो सीआरपीएफ का भी इतिहास उसमें बड़ी मजबूती से लिखा जाएगा। और आज गर्व के साथ सीआरपी कह सकता है कि भारतीय संघ को बनाने में सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल के उस मजबूत इरादों के साथ अपने शौर्य को लेकर हिंदुस्तान के इस तिरंगे को मजबूती देने में जो काम सीआरपीएफ के जवानों ने, अधिकारियों ने किया है, और उसमें जो उन्होंने बलिदान दिया है, उस बलिदान को भारत कभी भूलेगा नहीं। स्थापना के विषय में काफी चर्चा हो गई है। 27 जुलाई को ध्वज प्रदान किया गया था। जब सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल ने भारतीय संघ को एक रूप दिया, एक अखंड भारत का स्वरूप बनाया, तो उसके बाद सीआरपीएफ के कामों को देखकर सरदार वल्लभ भाई पटेल ने राष्ट्रीय ध्वज सीआरपीएफ को एक अपना ध्वज प्रदान किया। 27 जुलाई का वह दिन था। इस महत्वपूर्ण दिवस को, जिस दिन ने सीआरपीएफ ने ध्वज प्रदान किया था अपने प्रथम गृह मंत्री जी से, इस ऐतिहासिक दिन को हम सब निश्चित रूप से स्थापना
So this was MOS Home Nityanand speaking on the occasion of CRPF 82nd Raising Day, and he extended his wishes to the CRPF, saying the country's largest paramilitary forces commitment and dedication in serving different terrains is exceptional. And he also said that he is extremely proud of CRPF personnel's valor and courage, and he also mentioned the name of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, the country's first Home Minister, and said that his strong determination played a big role. Moving on now, let's take a look at global COVID updates. The coronavirus has claimed the lives of over 6.52 lakh people worldwide, while over 1.64 crore have contracted the infection so far. Over 1 crore people have recovered worldwide. The US and Brazil remain worst affected in terms of COVID-19 infections and fatalities. US has so far recorded over 43.71 lakh cases and over 1.49 lakh deaths, while Brazil has crossed the 24 lakh mark and recorded over 24.19 lakh infections and over 87,000 deaths. Talking of death toll worldwide, the US and Brazil are followed by UK with over 45,752 fatalities, further followed by Mexico and Italy. Sports now. Liverpool, who had won the English Premier League title after 30 years, defeated Newcastle by 3-0 in their last match of the English Premier League, thus ending this season scoring 99 points in the championship. Liverpool's Van Dijk, Divock Origi and Sadio Mane scored 1 goal each, while Newcastle's Dwight Gale scored the only goal for his side. Liverpool won 14 away matches this season, which is a new club record. And today is the day of former President APJ Abdul Kalam, known as the Missile Man of India. Dr. Kalam passed away on this day in 2015 after suffering a cardiac arrest. INB Minister Prakash Javadekar remembered Dr. Kalam and paid tributes to the former president on his death anniversary. India has taken up ambitious program for smart patrolling protocol of tigers called M-Stripes, which has been extended to all the 50 tiger reserves. Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change Prakash Javadekar in a tweet said, and I quote, this is the tweet that we are showing you, in line with Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji's vision of Digital India, India has taken up an ambitious program for smart patrolling protocol of tigers called M-Stripes. This has been extended to all the 50 tiger reserves. M-Stripes objective is to patrolling and surveillance of tiger. Forest guards and patrolling staff are equipped with mobiles with M-Stripes app to capture data. Environment Minister also shared a video explaining the same. Well, that's all we have in this news bulletin. Stay tuned for more news and updates. Namaskar.